Have you ever wondered why some people seem to manifest their dreams effortlessly while others struggle endlessly? The secret isn't in more effort, more planning, or more trying harder. It's in observation, a subtle yet powerful shift in consciousness. When you truly become the observer of your life, you step out of reactive cycles and gain the clarity necessary to attract what you desire. Observation doesn't mean detachment or apathy. It means consciously watching your thoughts, emotions, and reactions without judgment. In this state, you start noticing patterns, triggers, and hidden beliefs that have been shaping your reality. Manifestation doesn't begin with visualization or scripting. It begins when you can watch yourself clearly. Every moment you notice your thoughts without being consumed by them, you strengthen your ability to influence reality consciously. Observation is like opening a door to your inner world. Most people live life in autopilot, reacting to circumstances without ever questioning why they feel, think, or behave in certain ways. By observing, you create space between stimulus and response, a sacred pause where real power resides. Imagine your mind as a busy highway filled with cars of thoughts, worries, and desires. Becoming the observer is stepping onto the overpass and seeing the traffic clearly. From this vantage point, you can decide which thoughts to entertain, which emotions to engage with, and which behaviors to release. This conscious pause transforms you from a participant in life to a co-creator of life, and in this transformation lies the true power of manifestation. Many people mistakenly believe manifestation requires forcing reality to conform to their wishes, but true manifestation is alignment, not control. When you observe without judgment, you align with the flow of life. You notice which thoughts elevate your energy and which drain it. The observer's role is not to manipulate, but to understand. Every thought you witness, every emotion you feel, becomes data, information, about what resonates with your higher self and what doesn't. When you consistently practice this level of awareness, your intentions gain clarity and the universe responds. You stop sending conflicting signals through subconscious doubts and fears, allowing your desires to materialize with greater ease. Becoming the observer requires patience. The mind resists stillness and observation because it thrives on distraction. Thoughts, memories, and imagined futures constantly pull you away from the present moment. But even small moments of awareness, pausing to notice your breath, acknowledging your emotions, or simply observing your surroundings, begin to rewire your brain. Neuroplasticity ensures that repeated observation strengthens the neural pathways for conscious awareness. Over time, you naturally respond from presence rather than reaction. In this space, manifestation becomes effortless because your energy is no longer fragmented. Your vibrations align with what you truly desire, and the universe mirrors this alignment back to you. The observer is also a judge, free witness. Most manifestation techniques fail because people judge themselves for not being good enough or for thinking wrong. Judgment creates resistance, blocks energy, and clouds clarity. Observation, in contrast, is neutral. You notice thoughts and feelings without labeling them as good or bad. You allow yourself to feel, to exist, and to simply witness. This practice dissolves inner conflict, replacing it with harmony and flow. As your inner state stabilizes, your outer reality begins to reflect this calm, centered energy. Manifestation thrives in the soil of neutrality because it removes the tension between desire and fear, between wanting and resisting. Observation also brings clarity to your belief systems, the invisible programming that silently dictates your reality. Many of us harbor subconscious beliefs like, "I'm not enough," or "I can't succeed," and these create unseen barriers to manifestation. By becoming the observer, you notice these beliefs without judgment. You catch yourself thinking, "Why do I always self-sabotage?" Or, "Why does this keep happening to me?" This awareness is the first step toward transformation. Once a belief is observed, it loses its unconscious grip. You can consciously choose new beliefs that align with your desires. Manifestation is not just about positive thinking. It's about aligning your inner narrative with the life you want. Observation makes this alignment possible by shining light on patterns previously hidden in the shadows of your mind. Many spiritual teachers emphasize that energy flows where attention goes, and observation is the ultimate tool for directing that energy. When you are fully aware of your inner state, you notice where your energy is scattered, whether in fear, regret, or anxiety. By simply observing without trying to force change, your awareness itself begins to shift your energy naturally. Thoughts that once held power over you start to lose their grip. Emotions that triggered automatic reactions are softened by conscious witnessing. You realize that your reality is shaped not by external events, but by how you experience and respond to them internally. Manifestation begins when your energy is aligned, and observation is the gateway to achieving that alignment effortlessly. Becoming the observer also changes your relationship with time and patience. Most people rush manifestation because they believe in instant results. Yet, manifestation is not a sprint. It's a process of conscious co-creation. Observation allows you to slow down and appreciate the unfolding of your desires. You begin to see synchronicities, subtle signs, and the invisible threads connecting events in your life. Every moment of observation strengthens your trust in the universe, allowing your desires to manifest in the right timing. Patience isn't passive, it's an active engagement with the present moment. The observer understands that rushing disrupts the flow, while calm, consistent awareness creates fertile ground for manifestation. Another profound benefit of being the observer is emotional mastery. Life constantly throws challenges and triggers your emotions. When you react unconsciously, emotions dictate your actions, often leading to outcomes misaligned with your desires. Observation gives you the space to notice these emotional currents without being swept away. You may feel anger, frustration, or sadness, but instead of reacting impulsively, you simply acknowledge, I see this emotion. I feel it. I am not it. This subtle shift from identification to observation reduces emotional turbulence, increases clarity, and strengthens your creative power. When your emotions are aligned, your manifestation becomes far more potent because your energy vibrates in harmony with your intentions. Observation also enhances intuition, the subtle inner guidance that often directs manifestation. Most people ignore their intuitive nudges because they are distracted by mental chatter or societal expectations. By becoming the observer, you quiet the noise and notice the whispers of intuition. You start recognizing patterns, synchronicities, and gut feelings that previously went unnoticed. Intuition becomes your compass, guiding you toward choices that align with your desires. The more you practice observation, the more intuitive decisions become second nature. Manifestation begins to feel effortless because you are no longer relying solely on logic or willpower. Instead, you are co-creating with the universe, guided by both awareness and intuition. One of the most powerful tools for observation is mindful journaling. Writing down your thoughts, emotions, and daily experiences allows you to step outside yourself and become the observer in action. As you journal, you may notice recurring patterns, certain triggers that evoke fear, doubt, or excitement. Observation here is not about analyzing or judging your experiences, but simply recording them with clarity. Over time, this practice helps you identify which thoughts and feelings are aligned with your desires and which are not. Journaling becomes a mirror reflecting your inner world, helping you consciously direct your energy. Many successful manifestors attribute breakthroughs to this simple habit. By observing through writing, you externalize your inner processes, making manifestation tangible, trackable, and easier to influence. Visualization, when combined with observation, transforms from wishful thinking into powerful co-creation. Most people visualize without first observing, which leads to scattered energy or self-sabotage. When you observe first, your current thoughts, emotions, and limiting beliefs, you create a clear starting point. Then, when you visualize, you are projecting from awareness rather than fantasy. Imagine a sculptor who carefully studies the block of marble before chiseling. Observation is your study, visualization is your chiseling. By seeing both your present reality and your desired outcome clearly, you bridge the gap between who you are and who you want to become. This alignment ensures your manifestations are not just dreams, but achievable realities. Observation also transforms how you interact with challenges. Instead of reacting with stress, blame, or frustration, you notice the situation and your response to it. For example, if someone criticizes you, an unconscious reaction may be defensiveness or anger. The observer, however, sees the event and the emotional response as separate. I notice I feel hurt. You might say internally, but I am not my hurt. This subtle shift creates space for conscious action rather than impulsive reaction. You can respond thoughtfully, protect your energy, and maintain alignment with your desires. In essence, every life challenge becomes an opportunity to strengthen your observer muscle, and each moment of conscious witnessing accelerates manifestation by keeping your energy intact. Another transformative aspect of observation is releasing attachment. Many manifestation techniques emphasize desire, but the key is not clinging to outcomes. Attachment generates tension, anxiety, and resistance, energy that blocks manifestation. The observer notices these attachments and the emotions tied to them. You might feel, I really want this job, relationship, or opportunity. But as the observer, you simply acknowledge the desire without desperation. This creates a subtle but powerful shift. Your energy relaxes, your vibration rises, and the universe can work without obstruction. Observation teaches that letting go is not giving up. It's trusting the process while staying aligned with your intentions. Observation also nurtures gratitude and awareness of abundance. When you observe your life carefully, you notice the blessings and opportunities that often go overlooked. Gratitude amplifies positive energy, which is crucial for manifestation. By consciously observing what you already have, you shift from a mindset of lack to a mindset of abundance. This shift transforms every interaction, every decision, and every thought into fertile ground for your desires. The observer sees life not as a series of problems, but as a canvas of potential, where every moment holds the seeds of manifestation. As you cultivate this perspective, you attract more reasons to feel grateful, and your desires begin to flow naturally into your reality. Observation deepens your self-awareness, the cornerstone of conscious manifestation. By continuously watching your thoughts, emotions, and reactions, you become intimately familiar with the patterns that shape your reality. This self-awareness allows you to catch limiting beliefs before they dictate your actions, and to amplify thoughts that resonate with your highest self. Many people attempt manifestation superficially, focusing only on external goals while ignoring internal alignment. Observation bridges this gap by making your inner world visible. It creates a profound feedback loop. The more you observe, the clearer your self-awareness becomes, and the clearer your self-awareness, the more effectively you manifest your desires. It's a cycle of empowerment that transforms observation from a simple practice into a life-altering skill. The observer also cultivates emotional resilience, which is essential for navigating the unpredictable nature of life. Challenges, setbacks, and disappointments are inevitable, but when you observe without being consumed by them, you maintain a steady inner state. Resilience emerges because observation reduces over-identification with fleeting emotions. For instance, when faced with failure, you might notice disappointment or frustration, but you also see it as temporary, a passing wave rather than your identity. This detachment allows you to respond from a place of clarity and purpose, not fear or panic. Emotional resilience amplifies manifestation because it keeps your energy stable, focused, and in harmony with your goals, even amidst uncertainty. Observation also sharpens intuition and decision-making. Life constantly presents choices, and intuition is the silent guide that can lead you to the outcomes you desire. When your mind is cluttered with reactivity, doubts, and fears, intuition is drowned out. Becoming the observer clears this clutter. You start noticing subtle nudges, gut feelings, and synchronicities that point the way forward. Decisions become more aligned with your highest good, and opportunities that previously went unnoticed now present themselves clearly. By observing, you move from blindly reacting to consciously co-creating, letting intuition become your compass on the journey of manifestation. As observation becomes a natural part of your daily life, you begin to experience flow and effortless manifestation. The struggle, resistance, and forcing of outcomes give way to harmony with life's natural rhythm. You notice when to act, when to pause, and when to release. Opportunities align seemingly magically because your energy resonates with your desires rather than conflicting with them. The universe responds to clarity, calm, and consistent observation, sending resources, ideas, and synchronicities your way. Manifestation, once a daunting concept, transforms into an effortless dance with reality, where your conscious attention guides creation rather than fear or reaction. In conclusion, manifestation begins when you become the observer, because observation is the gateway to clarity, alignment, and conscious creation. By watching your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors without judgment, you uncover limiting beliefs, cultivate emotional resilience, and strengthen intuition. Observation allows you to release attachment, align your energy, and step into a flow where desires naturally unfold. It is the bridge between intention and reality. The practice is simple, yet its impact is profound. A life of awareness, intentionality, and co-creation with the universe. Begin today by noticing your thoughts, your reactions, and your desires. Watch, learn, align, and watch your reality transform as you step fully into the power of the observer.